I think at the essence is it's a love story between two spies, and how would two people who are absolutely untrustworthy and completely paranoid, how would those two people make a relationship, and who else could they be with? And then it seemed a very a fresh and fun place to put it in the world of corporate espionage. So it's sort of a Cold War spy movie between two companies, and it's something that really exists, and there's a lot of material out there that's about it, and so it's a sort of a romance between two scorpions, as we said. It really was that. I carried that idea about spies falling in love around for a while, and the minute it actually started with Steven Soderbergh. I started 6 or 7 years ago. I wrote it for Steven, a series of conversations with him, and said, you know, let me do this corporate espionage. And it, to be honest, this script went really fast. I've written a lot of other scripts that took much longer to write. This one laid out very, very clearly, and I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it was a very easy script to write. I had Clive first. The script was around for a long, long time. George Clooney actually suggested that I meet Clive and have a drink with him. And I fell in love with him right away. And he was so much more charming and amusing and so much more of a bloke than I ever thought. And sent him the script, and he responded right away. And we decided to go right after Julia. It never bothered me. The relationship in Closer was so caustic and so mean and such a different exercise. And I also think that the audience for Closer, I'm not sure how many people. It wasn't as if Closer had sort of, you know, covered the entire audience. It wasn't, and there was a big plus, which is that they knew each other very well and liked each other. You couldn't tell if there was going to be chemistry between them on screen, a love chemistry, but you knew that you were going to start with two people that were going to, you know, that knew each other. Oh God, Clive called her, and George Clooney gave me a job reference, and Steven Soderbergh did, and I wrote her this love letter, and we practically burned candles on the street. And we waited to hear from her, and then it turned out that she was pregnant. And we're like, oh, well, that's not going to work for the movie. And we Clive and I sort of wandered around for a while, and it was really too late. It was really at the point where it was too late, and I got a call saying, Julia wants to meet you tomorrow. She's in New York. And I went down. She said, you know, I could go back to work next spring. I can get back in shape by next spring. And we're like, all right, let's do it. So. The hardest things to direct in the film. Taking movie, we do a lot of location work. We're not on a stage. We're outside a lot. We're in New York City. We're in Rome. We're on the streets. We're in the Bahamas. We're in a casino. We're all over the place. Taking movie stars out into the world and trying to do and have a big wide frame and have lots of people there's a real art to it, and it's very exhausting. It's very difficult to do, and we did a lot of it, and we got better at it. We did some of it in Clayton, but the requirements here were much, much different. So that's really hard stuff to film. It still feels really, I still have yet to fill out like an application. You know, when they school thing or whatever, they say, what do you, I don't know whether I've ever written the word film director on anything. I still write writer. Maybe I'll get past. I still think of myself. I'm beginning to feel like a director. I mean, this is the second time I've done this, and the second time to go out. So I feel more. I'm more used to it. But I think inside, I still think of myself as a writer. I'm sort of out of it. I'm not part of it. I think there's only one person who will make that decision. I mean, if Matt Damon wants to do it, they'll definitely do it. I mean, I'm sure that Universal wants to make the movie very badly. And if he wants to do it, if he gets a script and wants to do it, it'll happen. And if he doesn't, it won't. But I'm kind of out of it now.